Namaskar. Now we are going to learn about the units and chapters that are included in the textbook. For some more explanation, we have with us member of Mathematics Study Group and writer, Mr. Umesh Rele sir.
Namaskar, and with me, the member of Mathematics Study Group, Mr. Sujit Shinde.
Rele sir, please tell us about the unit of integer introduced here.
Yeah, sure. Now, according to psychology and age group of student, natural numbers, whole numbers, and integers are introduced in this standard.
But sir, how can a student learn through constructive approach?
Yeah, of course, because a lot of activities that are given in the textbook which will help the student to learn through constructivist approach. Now, for example, as in the slide, we can see there is an activity given under the title Try This. Through this activity, student can learn how the temperature rises when thermometer is inserted in hot water. However, the temperature settles at 0 degree when the thermometer is placed in crushed ice. But when we place the thermometer in the mixture of crushed ice and salt, the temperature goes down to 0 degree, and this will help the student to understand the concept of negative integer. You can watch it in the video clip. Let us watch the video clip. Teacher call the students one by one, asking them to measure the temperature of hot water first. Whenever student explain or whenever student tells about the temperature, the student judge it whether it is positive integer or 0 or negative integer and write down it on the blackboard. Now we can watch the second student measures the temperature of crushed ice. It is 0 degree centigrade and the teacher denotes 0 degree on the blackboard. Now the student has to measure the temperature of the third beaker. It contains, as I stated earlier, a mixture of salt and crushed ice. Now let us look at the clip. The teacher note down whether the temperature is positive, integer or negative.
Sir, what if the ice is not available?
Yeah, exactly. It can be happen in too many rural areas. In that case, a teacher can carry a thermometer with him, and with the help of that thermometer, he can run an activity by measuring the temperature of warm water or hot water, that of the water from earthen pot, which is comparatively cold by the hot water. And let us watch in the second clip how the teacher perform the activity with the help of 2 beakers instead of 3 beakers. In that first beaker, he used hot water and call a student to measure the temperature and note down the temperature as like in the previous clip on the blackboard, whether it is positive or negative. It is positive number. Obviously, it is the temperature of hot water. When the student give answer about the temperature, the teachers note down whether that temperature is positive number or negative number. In this way, the teacher demonstrate the rise and fall of temperature with the help of thermometer, so that the student is well known about the negative numbers that they are below 0 degree centigrade. In short, a teacher has to provide surrounding as a facilitator so that the student can construct knowledge of their own.
Sir, how a teacher relates the textbook to the ordinary life?
As you see in the next slide, under the title My Friend Maths, at the fair in the lift, the student from the urban area can watch the negative numbers on the plate of a lift denotes the number of floors. But if the student belongs to rural area, he can imagine the negative number by asking a question to Kulfi wala.
Sir, how can we make clear the concept of addition and subtraction of integers?
Okay, student often make mistakes in deciding signs in the addition of integers. All of we know. If we include them in an activity, they joyfully take part as well as their learning takes place and the concept is made clear from that activity. Let us watch the next clip. In that next clip, a teacher prepares a number line with the help of flexboard and ask any student to jump on the number line, and the remaining students observing the jumping student. At that same time, student asks questions to the remaining student. On which number the rabbit is in the beginning?
In the beginning, the rabbit was at 1.
Very nice. How many total units the rabbit hopped?
The rabbit has hopped total of 5 units.
Very nice. On which number he is now?
Right now, rabbit is on 6.
It means 1 plus 5 equal to 6. From this, the student can easily understand to add an integer. In this addition of integer from this activity, he learns to add a positive number to the given number. We move that many units to the right on the number line from the given number. Let us watch the next video clip. From it, the student notes the addition of integer in different manner. It means the student knows from this clip that to add a negative number to the given number, we move that many units to the left on the number line from the given number. That is, we move backward on the number line, which means we subtract.
Nice. It means student happily participate in the activity and get his concept cleared and learn as well.
Definitely. Same activity can be performed for opposite numbers as you watch in the next clip now. We are going to show this activity so that our teachers get inspired from that activity. Now let us watch this video clip. From this video clip, student can easily understand that opposite numbers are at the same distance from 0 but in opposite directions. Apart from that, they also understand the sum of two opposite numbers is 0.
Sir, would you please describe the activity of opposite numbers in
Yeah.
detail?
Yeah, exactly. Now, let us watch the same video clip once again. Watch carefully, please. There are two rabbits in this clip. I will ask you some question.
Okay.
On which number these two rabbits are in the beginning?
In the beginning, the rabbits were at 0.
Very nice. 0 is called the origin. Now, how many total units the rabbit hopped to its right?
To its right, the rabbit had hopped 3 units.
Very good. After hopping, on which number after hopping, on which number he is now?
The rabbit now is on number 3, that is positive 3.
Yes. In which direction the second rabbit hopped?
The second rabbit hopped to the left.
Very nice. How many units?
He also hopped 3 units.
Good. On which number he is now?
Now he is on negative 3.
Yes. The distance from 0 is same. Only the difference is in which they hopped. It means in directions and that are opposite. It means positive 3 and negative 3 are opposite numbers to each other.
Sir, how can we explain the addition of opposite numbers is 0?
Let us consider the rabbit is on negative 5. After hopping 5 units, I will ask you a question to its right. After hopping 5 units to its right, I want to ask you a question. Where the rabbit reaches?
Rabbit at the beginning is at minus 5 and
Yes.
after hopping 5 units to the right, it will go back again to the 0.
Exactly. It means negative 5 plus positive 5 equal to 0. Similarly, positive 5 plus negative 5 is equal to 0. By giving such practice, they can learn the sum of two opposite numbers is 0.
Sir, can you please tell us what is the correlation of this mathematics chapter to the other subjects?
Oh yes, let us watch the next slide. There is an activity given under the title My Friend Maths on Playground. You can watch. There is a number line which we called it as a timeline because years are denotes on that line. A teacher can ask question after the student stand on current year, that means on 2016.
Okay. Very nice. Sir, how can we make use of this timeline in other subjects?
From this activity, we can denote historical instance on this timeline. Student indirectly learn addition and subtraction, and that helps them to learn history.
What are the other features in this unit?
Yes, so many features that are given under various titles in this textbook, but especially in this textbook, there is a title, Take Care. It is about some information given to avoid their mistakes. Like the positive sign is generally not written in front or before positive numbers. But, however, it is necessary to write down negative sign before the negative integer. 0 doesn't have positive or negative sign. And yes, a game is also there on the back cover page of this textbook.
Wow. Then let's tell something about the game, sir.
Okay. As you can see in the next slide, you can see a group of students playing that game. We are going to watch exactly how the student feels while playing the game with their teacher or without their teacher. Now let us watch on the last video clip. A teacher is there with her student And as we know, students or children are fond of games, and the pattern of this game is as stated in the early session by Dr. Mangala Narelkar. Madam, see how the children enjoyed the game. At first, teacher can give instruction to his or her students about how to play that game. And sir, actually the main objective of this game is to make practice to the student about the addition and subtraction of integer, because we have somewhat less practice set in our textbook. So for that purpose, for the practice, teachers can motivate the student to create some new examples and create parallel practice set to the students. Now watch the student playing happily, and learning is done as well from the game. In this way, we can also perform this activity of playing in our classroom. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaskar. The unit percentage is included in the textbook. Now we are going to know more about it through learning experiences in the form of activities we are going to perform.
To learn about percentage, we can perform some activity. So let us watch the video clip now. As you can see in the video clip, on the top of the table in front of teacher, there are 3 measuring cylinders which are same. The capacity of each one of them is 100 milliliter. Teacher give instruction and information to his student. In the first measuring cylinder, the water is 100 units out of 100 units, while in the second measuring cylinder, there is 40 unit water filled in the second one. In the third, there is 70 units out of 100 unit water. We can explain there is 40% water out of 100 parts in the second cylinder. It means 40%. While in the third measuring cylinder, there is 70 parts of water out of 100 parts. In the third cylinder, we denote it as 70%.
Very nice. Sir, there is a picture of a dam in the textbook. What is expected over there?
Actually, in daily newspaper, our student or ourselves read about the water crisis in Maharashtra in recent years. Lack of rainwater, so that